One of President Barack Obama's top goals when he took office was to make wealthy Americans pay more in taxes. He put passage of health care legislation ahead of tax reform, but in the Affordable Care Act, Democrats managed to include a tax hike on the highest earning households. Individuals making at least $200,000 and married couples making more than $250,000 were charged a new tax on their investment income to help pay for the ACA of almost 4%, and on their wages, a surtax of nearly 1% more. The new Republican plan to repeal and replace Obamacare scraps those taxes on the wealthy. How does this fit into the debate over whether the wealthy should pay more or less in taxes? On Tuesday, House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Kevin Brady was asked that question, how the tax repeals in the Republican health care plan
fit into your broader tax vision with the rate cuts.
We have an economy that's struggling. Worst recovery in half a century. It fits in to our vision of a tax reform, a proposal that's built for growth.
Sounds a lot like trickle-down economics. Aside from killing Obamacare, another top priority for the Trump administration is reforming the tax code. During the presidential campaign, candidate Donald Trump was vague about what that would mean for the wealthy.
The rich will pay their fair share.
President Trump's Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin has said corporations will get a lower tax rate, but the share of taxes paid by wealthy individuals won't be reduced.
For the upper class, it won't be a tax cut, but it will be a simplification.
When it comes to Obamacare, Republicans are taking a different tack by repealing the tax hike on the wealthiest Americans. In 2015, the investments tax yielded more than $18 billion in revenues, and the wage tax around $8.6 billion. And the rollback of both tax breaks for the wealthiest, currently affecting fewer than 4 million households, would mean the loss of more than $300 billion in revenues over the next decade. Democrats are pouncing on the plan endorsed by the populist president. Senator Ron Wyden, the top Democrat on the Senate Finance Committee, saying this bill sends a loud and clear message: tax cuts for special interests and the wealthy matter more than your health care. The tax repeals are, in the broader context of repealing and replacing Obamacare, but a small part of the proposed overhaul. But it's one that hits on a hot-button issue: whether Mr. Trump's policies will, as his critics allege, include big gifts for the rich at the cost of the poor.